Hi, I'm Justin McKee, and you may know me as the voice of the PBR, but today I'm on my way to Branson. And if you're one of the more than 7 million people on your way to Branson, are you in for a treat? Branson, Missouri is home to some of the best live country music shows, like the Bald Knobbers and the Presleys. Not to mention some of the most exciting family attractions like Silver Dollar City. And if you're into fishing, the Ozarks is home of some of the most beautiful crystal clear lakes in the nation. One thing that people love when they come to the Branson area is the opportunity to slow down. And we hope that you'll do that on your way to Branson here in Springfield, Missouri, home of PFI Western Store, or some people call it PFI Town. It's just a half an hour north of Branson in Springfield, Missouri on Highway 65.
PFI is something of tradition in these parts. We've been around since 1975 when we sold feed to area farmers.
Thanks, Randy. Now let's take an opportunity to go inside PFI Western Store. You're going to love it.
Wow, look at all these boots.
You know, Randy Little told me the other day that there's over 20,000 pair here.
Holy mackerel. Hey, I know you. You're that guy on the PBR.
That's my evil twin.
Oh, really?
Hey, where y'all from anyway?
Des Moines, Iowa. But on our way to Branson, we thought we'd stop here and try on a couple pair of boots.
Well, you picked a good place.
Thank you.
Paul, what was your first pair of cowboy boots? Or do you even remember?
Oh, yeah. Every guy remembers his first pair of boots.
Yeah. Let me think about it.
Were they these?
I don't think so.
How about these?
No, wasn't like that. You know, I think it was kind of like this, just kind of basic.
Those are so cute. And they're only $24.99. And I bet you ordered them from PFI.
Well, my dad did, or my mom did. I don't remember. I was only 10 or 11 years old. How about you, Summer? Your first pair of boots? Or were you one of those girls that started wearing boots when Jessica Simpson wore them on Dukes of Hazzard?
Paul, I've been wearing boots since I was a little girl. I wore them with dresses.
Really?
I wore boots like these with skirts. I wore boots like these hunting with Dad.
So you were wearing boots before they were cool, huh?
Paul, when were cowboy boots not cool?
You know what, it's funny. When I was growing up, it seemed like just the kids out in the country wore cowboy boots. Now everybody's wearing them, even in the big cities.
Paul, everybody wears cowboy boots.
Well, you ain't a kidding. You know, I was here for the bull riding last August. There were some people here from France, I believe. They were here getting loaded up on these boots.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I've heard that people from all over the world shop here at PFI on their way to Branson.
I think that's where they were headed. If I remember right, they flew into Chicago, they rented some Harley Davidsons and a trailer, drove the Harleys down here, stopped in, got what they needed.
Oh, wow.
They were ready for the boot, scoot, and boogie.
What'd they buy?
They tried a little bit of everything. They were trying on boots faster than Reba could have a wardrobe change. Matter of fact, they tried on a lot of these. They call these fat babies. They love these. But since they were riding motorcycles, they were picking up these right and left. Motorcycle boots, PFI.
You know, that sounds like great souvenirs, but I hope you told them not to wear them with a beret.
Paul, you can wear boots with a beret. I think that'd look great.
Run for your life.
Paul, you can wear boots with anything. That's the whole point. Anywhere you go in the world, if you see boots, you think of America.
That's right. These are the clothes America grew up in.
And not only that, I think they say a lot about your personality.
Oh, yeah? Miss Boot personality.
I already know what you think these will say. What do these say about your personality if you put those on?
I think they say I'm an original.
Okay. How about it if you're pretty in pink?
I think these are sassy.
Hey, can you come up with something that these boots are saying?
I think these boots say, I'm trouble, don't mess with me.
You know a lot about boots. You know, there's somebody else who knows a lot about boots. Matter of fact, you could say they are an authority about the boot business. Beth Cross is an amazing woman, and she has an amazing story to tell. She's the founder of Ariat Boot Company, and Ariat boots are worn by movie stars and U.S. presidents, as well as regular Joes all over the country. Why? Because they look good, and they feel good. So we decided to ask Beth, how in the world does she do both? We've got her with us here today. Hey Beth, where are you today?
Hey Justin, I'm at a local stable near our corporate headquarters in Northern California.
Now Beth, I know you grew up riding horses in Pennsylvania. Did you ever think that cowboy boots were not very comfortable? And did you think they needed to be redesigned?
When I was growing up, the boots that we wore were not at all comfortable. And I did have a sense, especially that for riding boots, when you're up in the stirrup and then working all day around the horses, we needed more than what we had back then.
Beth, tell us about your education in the early days in the athletic shoe business.
While we were working for Reebok, the opportunity that we saw was to take the same kind of athletic shoe technology that basketball players and runners and football players were using to enhance their sport and to make them more comfortable and more effective on the field, and give that same kind of performance technology to riders who are in the stirrup and on the ground while they're riding to really improve their performance in the saddle.
So what do you think the biggest problem was with cowboy boots in the 1990s?
When we came into the market, cowboy boots were made the same way they'd been made for 100 years. A thick, stiff leather outsole, no cushioning, no stability. And really by the time a boot got worn in, it was comfortable, it was starting to wear out. So we saw an opportunity to make cowboy boots, Western boots, on a carbon rubber outsole that made them very durable, but from the first day, very flexible. So you could get right in those boots and go to work and never have a break-in period. So number one, we saw an opportunity to make them more durable, more flexible. Then there was no cushioning in the boots. And so if you were on your feet all day or in the stirrup, you would suffer what effectively was nerve damage in the forefoot of the foot and also in the heel. And so we put cushioning in the front of the foot and in the back of the foot. So you had all day comfort on the ground, plus when you were in the stirrup, it protected the small nerves and bones in the front of the foot. And then finally, we offered stability. So when you're out walking in a boot with the heel, you weren't rolling side to side and keep you nice and stable in a typical cowboy boot. We brought those technologies into a cowboy boot, and it really transformed how people thought about their boots. Instead of the old way of just buying them because of the way they looked, not only would they buy the boots because they looked great, but they had comfort, stability, durability, and flexibility.
Who's wearing Ariats these days?
We are really lucky to have some of the best riders around the world wearing our product. Some of the top riders in the United States that we have right now are Alan Bach, Strand Smith, who are really been very, very successful on the Western circuit. We also are sponsors of the U.S. Equestrian Team, the High School Rodeos, National High School Rodeo Association, as well as dozens of other smaller associations around the country and also around the world.
Is there a typical Ariat boot wearer?
A typical Ariat boot wearer is an entire family. We make boots for performers. In fact, that's how we got started, was making boots for people that rode competitively. So people that ride all the time. We also make boots for a more casual rider. We make boots for after riding. We make work boots. We make boots for guys and for gals and for kids. So there really is no typical Ariat rider or Ariat boot wearer, except for someone that lives outside, lives on a farm, has that rural lifestyle, and is looking for a product that really performs for them.
Now, Beth, I haven't counted, but it seems like there's more Ariat boots at PFI Western Store than any other place in the world to shop. What is it about the customers, and why do they like the boots from Ariat so well here?
After 10 years, we sell Ariat products in over 6,000 stores around the world. We're selling in the United States, in Canada, in Europe, and Australia. And without a doubt, PFI is the most innovative Western store in the world today. They love innovative product. They love the latest trends. They demand the best performing product and the best value for the customer. And I really think that's why we're such a good fit with our friends at PFI. We really love to make the most innovative product. We're constantly pushing ourselves to offer new technologies, offer new innovations to the customer. And I think that's why you see such a great assortment of Ariat products in the PFI stores.
Now, how did the Disco Baby boots come about?
The Disco Baby came about from a meeting about 1.5 years ago at our offices with the team from PFI. We have a whole collection of boots called the Fat Baby and the Pro Baby. And they had an idea to come in and really push the envelope in terms of color and detail and fashion. And so we brought our designers in, our developers, our leather technicians. We laid everything out, and they just picked out some great colors and some great designs for that boot, and it's just taken off ever since.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers today?
Well, before you leave, I'd like to encourage the viewers to go into PFI and try on a pair of boots. We guarantee you, when you try a pair on, you'll buy a pair and your life will be changed in a pair of Ariat boots.
Look at these Disco Baby boots. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
Well, you probably haven't. See, PFI is the only place you can get these. Beth Cross, who's with Ariat, she used to work in the athletic shoe business, and she took all that know-how into building a boot that's so comfortable you can wear these things all day, every day. Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You listening to
I love these disco baby boots.
Well, you know, a lot of people do, and even if you can't come here in person, you can get these online at pfiwestern.com.
Look at the camo cross on this with rhinestones. Paul, aren't these great?
Wow, I love these little kid John Deere boots, and they're only $64.99.
Look how cute those are.
You know, those are an exclusive for PFI as well. This is the only place you can get those.
And they come in ostrich print?
Too bad they don't come in your size.
Well, I could buy them for my nephews. Hey, can I get these online?
Yeah, you sure can. You go to pfiwestern.com and get all you want.
Wow. Check out the box, isn't that cool?
Look at that. The John Deere box turns into a dollhouse.
That's really not a dollhouse.
Well, it looks like a dollhouse.
That is a barn box.
Can I just get the boots before she ruins this for me?
You guys are never going to get to Branson if you keep this up.
Sure we are. The best part about going on vacation is stopping along the way. Stopping at PFI was the best idea I've had.
Your idea? This was my... Oh, never mind. Why don't you stay here and just look at boots?
Hi, I'm Justin McKee, and we're talking about places to stop on your way to Branson. And if you like riding or just the smell of leather or the art of saddle making, then you need to stop by PFI's Saddle City right here in PFI Town. It's just 30 minutes north of Branson on Highway 65. Or if you're flying into the Springfield Branson Airport, you'll go right by PFI Town on your way to Branson.
Wow. Boy, this place is definitely worth seeing. Look at all the saddles. How many are there, Justin?
Well, they told me that they stock over 500 saddles here at
Over
Saddle City.
500 saddles, my gosh. Hey, Tucker's Trail Saddles, that's one that I recognize.
You like that?
I got some friends back home, and that's all they ride is a Tucker Trail Saddle. Now, all they do is trail ride, but they say these are one of the most comfortable saddles they've ever sat in.
Yeah, that's a Generation 2 saddle from Tucker as well. I've heard that is the ultimate rig out on the trail.
Oh, I tell you what, my friend's wife, boy, she rides this all day long. She doesn't get sore. She gets off the horse, and boy, she could go do some gymnastics.
They sell a lot of them here.
Hey, you rope, don't you?
You bet, as much as I can.
Hey, tell me a little bit about this Extreme Performance by Circle Y. I heard it's a good roping saddle.
Well, Circle Y has done a great job putting this saddle together. It's got great leather, great rigging. The design is good looking, and I'm telling you, you talk about a saddle that feels good when you sit in it. You try this one out, you won't go anywhere else. Circle Y, they've done a great job.
Hey, maybe I need to take up roping.
There you go.
Hey, you know, that's the great thing about Saddle City. Hey, next time I come down here, I'm gonna load my horse up, bring him down here with my trailer, unload him, come in here, pick out some saddles, take them back outside and fit them to my horse. Hey, you know what? I don't know any other place that you can do that. Plus, hey, when my horse is happy, I'm happy.
Well, that's the thing about PFI. They try to keep it simple, make it simple for the customers. That's been their goal for more than 30 years. That's why a lot of people say this is the most customer-friendly store in America. Hi, I'm Justin McKee on the way to Branson. And when you're on your way to Branson, one of the greatest places to stop is the Diamond Ridge Market here in Springfield, Missouri, part of PFI Town, just north of Branson. Well, Summer, what'd you find now?
I just met Sandy, and I love your gift baskets.
Thanks. We have all different kinds of baskets. This is the barbecue basket. It's filled with 2 kinds of PFI barbecue sauces and summer sausage. It'll be perfect for that dad that likes to grill. And this is the Southwest basket. It's got 2 kinds of hot sauces, PFI salsa and chips. I bet Justin would love this one.
Look at this one. It has PFI wine and chocolate bars.
That's our small wine basket, and this is our large wine basket. See, it has 3 PFI wines with pretzels, dips, and chocolates.
How much do they cost?
They start at $29.99.
That's not bad, but how do you choose? I'm suddenly overwhelmed by all the choices.
Diamond Ridge Market makes all kinds of custom baskets.
Great, because I'd like to make something for Paul.
What kinds of things does Paul like?
Rodeos, grilling, barbecuing.
Okay, so let's start with summer sausage. And then some sizzling steak rub. PFI's own barbecue sauce. Also, PFI Spotted Pony wine. Sure, Paul would love that. We have our own hot salsa and chips. And then we'll top it off with some sunflower seeds.
Sandy, I think Paul is going to love this. I love this. Maybe I'll just keep it for myself. I need to think about this for a second.
This is just another thing you can get on your way to Branson at PFI.
Well, hello, Summer. What do you got there?
Look at this basket I found. We can buy this for everyone for Christmas.
Hey, that's a great idea. Now I don't have to fight the crowd at the mall.
There you go.
So have you found anything for moi?
Well, I was just about, I was gonna get you
You're so cute when you're lying.
No, seriously, I was. Well, Justin, wasn't I about to get her something?
Oh, yeah. He was going to get you a bottle of wine, but he just didn't, he didn't know what kind you liked.
I don't know much about wine, but I know what I like when I taste it.
That's why PFI built this wine tasting bar here at the Diamond Ridge Market so people could come in, taste whatever kind of wines they wanted to from around the world, decide what they like.
Hey, look, here's a Syrah from Australia.
Look what I found. Here's one from Argentina and one from New Zealand.
You see, they have over 400 different wines here at the Diamond Ridge Market. Matter of fact, they have over 120 different kinds of cheeses.
Look at this green onion and the pepper jack.
Hey, wine and cheese, now that's a great combo. Hey, maybe we ought to pick up a bottle of wine to take with us to Branson. Hey, and since we're in Missouri, let's grab one of PFI's Missouri wines to take with us to Branson.
You know, that's a good idea. You know, the wines here in Missouri is reason enough to come to the Ozarks. Matter of fact, there's a lot of the wines that are produced here in Missouri that are gaining national attention and picking up awards all over the place.
Technology meets tradition at St. James Winery. A state-of-the-art winemaking facility paired with a 35-year history has positioned St. James Winery as America's Midwest winery, producing more than 180,000 cases of champion wines each year.
St. James is changing the way America drinks wine. We're trying to make this a fun winery. We want people to have a great experience.
And they are succeeding in this goal. In 1970, St. James Winery produced 3 types of wine. Today, they're up to 29 different award-winning varieties.
The Pink Catawba this year has won 12 gold medals, was named Best Rosé Wine at the LA County Fair this year. That's a big deal for us. It's a vinifera contest, it's a West Coast contest, and we're kind of proud being from the Midwest that we're competing out there, and it just proves that what we're doing here in our winery, aiming to produce quality all of the time, is working.
Grapes of character and distinction, unique varieties that are special to Missouri and the Midwest fill the vineyards at St. James.
We have unique varieties of grapes that set us apart from everyone else because they have their own unique flavor. Our viticulture is excellent, which allows us to produce the high quality wines that we do. Our wines are consistent, not only in quality but in flavor. Our bottling line, which is state-of-the-art, keeps the wine at a perfect, consistent temperature throughout the process so that when you open that bottle of wine, you know exactly what you're getting.
Consistency, quality, and fun are more than words spoken at St. James Winery. It is their focus and their pride. You can taste it in every sip.
St. James Winery is proud to produce a consistent product, and we want everyone to enjoy our wines and have fun, because we are the fun winery and we want that fun experience in every bottle of St. James that's out there.
Paul, you know what I think about when I see one of these old-timey bars like this one?
What's that?
I think about them old westerns I grew up watching, how them cowboys come in there, they swagger up to that bar, belly up, and say, I want some rot gut whiskey.
Boy, I love those old cowboy movies. Rot gut whiskey.
Rot gut whiskey, I don't even know what that is. I'd rather drink a glass of wine any day.
Well, that's why PFI came up with their very own line of wines.
You know, today's horsemen and women are very sophisticated, and after a long day of riding, they like to chill out with a smooth glass of Chardonnay or maybe a crisp Cabernet.
Look at this spotted pony. It's only $12.99.
Yeah, a lot of these labels have horses on them, and that's why the appeal is to the horsemen and women of the area. Matter of fact, I think John L. is the one responsible for putting those together.
Well, we tried to match the names with the spirit of the wine.
Well, you did that. What do you like?
Oh, blackberry run, cherry run, strawberry run, silver stallion.
There you go. Paul, I think you found out what you can maybe pick up for your honey there.
Thank you.
Would you rather have front porch wine? It's a sweet, white Missouri wine made in Missouri, perfect for sipping on the front porch. And it's another one of our PFI private label wines.
You know, PFI has done a good job putting together their private labels for the sweet Missouri wines as well as the drier Napa Valley wines.
Paul, maybe we should just get both. Do you know that PFI has their own line of gourmet labels too? We've had their coffee and their apple cider and their salsa. And don't forget the PFI barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce? I didn't know PFI made barbecue sauce. I knew they had coffee because we had a couple of the blends at home.
That's right, we bought PFI coffee the last time we were here, but we need to get some more. Gosh, we're gonna need a new suitcase.
A new suitcase? Heck, we're gonna need a bigger truck.
And I bet if you didn't know before, you know now that there's a lot to do and see on your way to Branson.
Well, I'll say, I could have spent all day here with all these boots. 20,000 pair? Man, that's a lot of boots.
Coming to PFI is like coming to a Western paradise.
Hey, and remember, next time we're going to bring the horse and trailer. We'll get our horse out and get a saddle custom fit for him.
Maybe by then you'll be ready to get a brand new hat or bring your old one back and get it cleaned to shape.
Step next door, get some wine, cheese, crackers.
Right. Come back over, get some boots and jeans.
How about your disco baby boots?
How about those disco baby boots, John L? What kind of wine do you drink with those?
Any kind you want.
How about this hat, Justin? What kind of wine should I drink with this hat?
Well, whatever you like. That's the thing about wine or Western wear. Don't matter where you come from, your background, your personality, there's really no right or wrong. And at the end of the day, whether you're into denim, leather, or wine, PFI is the place.
Hey guys, have fun on your way to Branson.
Thanks, we will.
See y'all.
See ya.
Thanks for stopping by on your way to Branson. There really is a lot to do and see on your way to the live music capital. PFI Town is just one of the many places that you can enjoy on your way to Branson. Here at PFI Town, we hope you enjoyed a look at the Diamond Ridge Market where you can sample wine and cheese, and also Saddle City is right here nearby where you can get everything under the sun for your horse. Wherever you're going, we hope you realize that most of the fun can be had by slowing down along the way, stopping and looking around. And remember this, next time you're headed to Branson, you'll stop by here at PFI Western Store. I'm Justin McKee. Thanks for joining us. And I'm not kidding.